Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today I wanted to go over Myria and kind of a big catalyst that I see coming for Myria as a whole within their ecosystem. Something that's coming, not in the far distant future that has kind of been for lack of a better term, FUD or concern within the ecosystem that could be getting addressed here. So if you guys are a fan of crypto gaming and some of these updates that we try to bring your attention early on to some of our favorite gaming altcoins, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. Your support means everything. So if we look here at Myria, already we can see over the 7 days, as most altcoins in this market right now, is down about 13% here. If you look over the 1 month, down 30%. But I mean, we've seen Myria dip, and every time it dips hard to about this 100,000 or $100 million market cap, it gets eaten up pretty quickly here. Now, looking at Myria, if you're not familiar, we've done many videos on Myria. So if you want a little bit more of a deep dive or getting up to speed on what Myria is and what they've been doing, their updates, you can find plenty of videos on Myria on this channel. Now, if we look at Myria, essentially what Myria is, in my opinion, the closest thing that we have to a Gala Games killer of this upcoming bull cycle. I do think Myria does have the potential to have a Gala Games like run of the last cycle in 2021, meaning that I think Myria does have everything going for it to be in the billions of dollars in market cap come the bull market peak. I don't think that that's unrealistic. You guys can let me know in the comments below your opinions here, because Myria is a gaming ecosystem, a infrastructure play, because they have games that they have on their platform that you can play. They have an Ethereum layer 2 that is supposed to be gasless or near gasless for gaming ecosystems. They have SDKs where developers can actually launch their game within Myria as well. They have nodes within their ecosystem, you know, some catalysts and even more going on for Myria than Gala Games had of the last cycle. They have a docs team, obviously. Now, if we go here to games within Myria, one thing that was always a concern in the past was that Myria had so many games. I think it was over 100 or 150 games. It was a lot of games coming to their ecosystem, building with Myria. But one thing was that everyone was always concerned that there was no games that was built by Myria studios themselves, as they are coming out with their own titles that was out yet, because they have Meta Rush, Meta Kart, and I believe Meta Royale that is coming, again, being built by Myria Studios here. So everyone was always worried the fact that they didn't have any of their native games coming out. But if you look here on Meta Rush's Twitter, and if you're not familiar, Meta Rush is a platform battle royale soon on Epic Games, and it is obviously being built by Myria Studios, ex Activision Blizzard, and Ubisoft. So they do say here that Meta Rush is going to be getting launched on Epic Games, which very bullish in my opinion here, because again, that was a big concern for the longest time, is that, well, Myria doesn't have any of their native games out. And like I had been saying, every time that concern would come up, was that you can look at it as a big concern, which sure it was, or you can look at it as a post having catalysts to come for their ecosystem, because these can only be bullish catalysts for the future. If you look at the game does look very solid, and they do say here that they do have a prize pool going on as well that you can take part in if you would like as well. And if we look at their Epic Games listing here, again, we'll look at that here in a second, but again, you see on their MetaRush website that everything about the game does actually look very solid, in my opinion. So again, we can see kind of what the game is about. They have some power-ups here. This is kind of what the game looks like a little bit. Also, I think the game looks very solid, in my opinion. I think it actually does have the potential to be a fun game, actually worth playing. If we look here at the Epic Games Store, if we see, it does say that it is going to be available July 2024, so not that long in the future, about 2 months from now, give or take. So again, very bullish. I think that this could be one of those big catalysts for Myria Games as a whole, for their ecosystem, that could bring a lot of attention onto it, because we're seeing whenever quality games have their game launch, like Heroes of Mavia, Pixels, we see a bunch of these big gaming ecosystems with quality games behind them. It could be a big catalyst. So very bullish for Meta Rush to get again released on Epic Games. Also to put a lot of FUD to rest, because I think this is going to, solve a lot of those concerns as well. And another thing that I always get about Myria that I do clear it up most of the time whenever I make Myria videos, because it's always in the comment sections. But again, people always like to point out the fact that if you look at the market cap of Myria, circulating is 108 million, fully diluted, not quite 300 million. And yes, of the past, about a year ago now, dilution was a big concern for Myria, but at this point, a lot of the dilution has played out, so it's actually not that bad. Actually, if we look at Myria's dilution now, we can actually see that if we look here, about 23% of the supply is currently unlocked right now. And if we look going down towards the supposed expected bull run peak, which could be around December, November of 2025, given the 4-year cycle history, we can see that we can expect at that point for Myria's ecosystem to, again, only have about 53% of the ecosystem unlocked, or of the vesting unlocked by then. Again, so we're looking at not quite, a 2x in dilution, which is really nothing, especially for a gaming project that is bringing as much to the table as Myria is. Also, I mean, we're looking at newer gaming projects that are releasing here recently in the market. We look at projects that have a 8, 10, sometimes even a 12, 13x in dilution from now until December of 2025. And again, it goes only higher as you go past that. But that's why I am still a big fan of Myria. And again, I always see that in the comments that the dilution is the main issue. It should not be, as again, it's only about a 2x in dilution from now until the supposed heights of the bull market, which again, nobody knows when that could be. But if we look here at the all-time high over the last year, we can say that, Myria did get up to about a $230 million market cap. If you look over the 1 month, it has actually dipped. Again, it's hung around between, obviously about 130 to $100 million market cap. And I think these levels are prime DCA levels if you're asking me. But again, as always, nothing I say is financial advice, but I am very bullish on Myria. I do see Myria having all the makings and the quality behind the project to reach billions in circulating market cap this bull market, which obviously that puts us between a 10, 20, 30x potential. Let me know in the comments below, what are your guys' thoughts on Myria? But I am very bullish. Again, their game coming out, built by Myria Games, or Myria Studios, Metal Rush coming to the Epic Games Store. Again, that was a big concern for the longest time, so I want to bring it to your attention. Let me know if you guys find this as a bullish catalyst or not. Otherwise, if you guys got value out of this video, if you guys can like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.